Tuesday's chats with Jakey and the boys. Yeah, man, we're back again for nutrition for hybrid training. Now, I won't keep diving into is hybrid training a thing or not. Again, call it whatever you want. Someone who's openly willing to be shit at three things rather than just average at one thing. So, whatever it is, man, I'm just going to show you how I set up my nutrition with somebody who does a decent amount of training volume, just to make sure, because again, we like our training, we all want to do our training, but again, we'll be lying if you don't want to sort of supplement that with looking decent as well. And there's nothing wrong with that, man. We all want to look good. It ties in with feeling good. So just going to show you how I set up my nutrition to account for that. I'm going to bounce in between the being on the screen and here, so bear with me, man. But yeah, man, so we need to, step one is write down your weekly volume that you're doing. So we need to get a rough idea of where you're at so we can account for, so obviously it's going to be doing hybrid training or whatever, you're going to be doing a lot of volume, there's no getting around that. So I've just wrote what I'm doing currently. This is me after having my second child and coming back from a stress reaction in my right shin, plus a very rainy season, like flooding season. So it's been difficult in that regard. So I'm basically, all that bike volume that you see there as well is indoor, man, which is terrifying to say. And I do not have a Zwift set up either, so kind of my own fault, but it is what it is, man. The volume has to go in, the work has to go in somehow. And I'm just getting back on my I'm on my third week of running after the stress reaction in my right shin. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at in terms of volume. I just mentioned having the second child because that's a big drain on recovery when you're not sleeping. So yeah, and then you want to, step two, you want to outline what your current goal is. Again, we'll just use me as an example. Mine's maintenance, maintain what I'm looking like in terms of the physique and performance. So we'll highlight those for me. Again, could be fat loss, could be an improvement phase, recomposition if you had a break from training, whatever it is, man. Just define what you're trying to do here. Once we've got that, man, we need a start point in terms of calories. You might have previous experience, you might have a previous amount of calories that you've been eating. Happy days, just jump on that. And maybe if you're transitioning into hybrid training, maybe just add 300 calories on there, just to play it safe. Again, there's no prizes for sort of underestimating your food, man. Just go higher. 2 weeks where you potentially might add a bit of scale weight, add a bit of fluff. That's nothing, man. 2 weeks, just get 10 to 14 days of accurate data. And again, if that's as simple as just jump on Google now, go on calorie calculators or whatever it's called, put your information in, get a number, even add 300 onto that, and then that's your start point. That's just a start point. It does not mean much. But basically what you're going to do is run that start point for 10 to 14 days and then get your actual calorie requirements. So it's just a start point. We need data. We need time on the tracker. This is a tracker that I use. Once you've got 10 to 14 days, 2 weeks on here, then you will have your calorie intake, man. So like I say, don't stress about finding the perfect calories and protein target. Make a start, and it will, once you've got data, it'll reveal itself what you actually need. So, and yeah, like I say, man, just all you need from there is a couple weeks of data plus pictures, and just make sure you're heading in the right direction. To use me as an example, obviously you want to maintain the physique and performance. So if I see like the scale weight's coming down after like 2 weeks, we've dropped like 0.3 on the scale weight. Again, that's pretty minimal, but if I notice it's affecting my training performance, like towards the back end of the week, the long ride's feeling a bit more of a task, I just put in a couple 100 calories, happy days. Again, if you're doing fat loss and you don't see any change in scale weight, it's just a case of taking 200 calories away from your daily total. So again, it reveals itself as you go through the process. So don't get hung up on getting the perfect start. So we need to get specific with hybrid training. I wouldn't just be doing all that volume above and be like, right, just crack on with a base number of calories. So for me, typically what I like to do, runs over 45 to 60 minutes, depending on the run as well. Obviously, if it's a workout, the intensity has to be considered. But just as a rough guide, 45 minutes on the feet or on the bike, 75 to 90 minutes. And we start looking at refuels and fueling. If we look at fueling first, basically a simple calculation to do is get your current body weight, times it by 0.75, and that'll give you the amount of carbs that you need per hour to hit. And again, this is not exact, just use it as a start point and run it and see what kind of response you get in terms of performance. Look, like, honestly, man, I've done it all with the fueling. I've underfueled, which is just like, I don't know how to describe it, but best way to describe it would be like I don't want to, maybe like a psychedelic trip. So just be careful with underfueling, man. And then I hit a bonk once, like keeping in mind I'm out here in Thailand in the middle of nowhere, bonking out, like hallucinating. And then that was enough for me to be like, yeah, don't want to do that again. So I started overfueling, and like three or four times, man, I was in a bush, just absolutely crimping one out at the side of the road, man, just thinking, the snake's about to just do me. Yeah, I'm just in like a rice field, just crimping, man, just pushing one out. It was, and even then, when it was not a field, it was just like out here in the, I guess, I don't know what you would call it, man, but the toilets are not set up for us guys, man. They're really low to the floor, so it's almost like you're better off in a bush. But anyway, so get this right. Have a good start point. I wish I had this start point before I got going, man. I just basically started cracking on, and yeah, ended up like completely bonking out, man. And then again, from that experience, just ended up pushing it in too much, and it ended up, yeah, getting messy, man, getting real messy. But like I say, start point, we track it. Main thing to consider there is digestion. Like I say, when I first got going, I was like, yeah, this is a perfect opportunity for me to eat custard creams while training. So I was just like snacking on like biscuits and stuff like that. Too much fat content, digestion's absolutely shocking. And again, you just end up getting stitched or in a bush. It's not ideal, man. So for me personally, what works good is honey water. Put an electrolyte mix in there as well, absolutely sound. Or just sweets, like Haribo or the Thai version, man. So just pure sugar, pure carbohydrates, because obviously we're using that for the training. But like I say, man, you just track everything. See if you can get more out of it with more carbs per hour. Again, just make sure your performance is where it wants to be and you've got that data there and you're happy with where you're at, man. Refuels are, like I say, they're pretty simple. Again, you just take the calories burnt on your device. I've got a Garmin 745. I know this is not accurate, I know that, but what it will be is consistently inaccurate. So use that data. Don't, like I say, I've had this for like 3-4 years now, and it's working exactly the same. It's consistent. We use that. Don't stress it, man. Don't be one of these guys who's trying to get perfect calorie targets, perfect calories burnt. It really doesn't matter, man. It's do your own tracking on your tracker. Times it, for me, what's worked for the stage that I'm at is timesing it by 0.9. Again, if you're in an improvement phase, you might want to times it by 1.2. If you're in a fat loss phase, you might want to times it by 0.8, 0.7. Again, you just got to find out what your device says and what it actually means to your training performance and how it's affecting your body composition as well. So start point, good calculation for the start point, and then we add those calories back on to, basically, if we use me as an example, say on Wednesday I know that 90 to 120 minutes roughly burns 1200 calories. So basically I just get that 1200, times it by 0.9, then add those calories onto my daily calories, which at the minute for the output that I'm doing, my base calories is 2800 to 3000. So bottom end of that, 2800, add 1080, simple as that, man. New target, 3,880. Happy days, happy days. And then, like I say, man, don't... training, this stuff is simple, man. It is simple. It's not easy, but it is simple. Don't overcomplicate things, man. I'll put this link for the tracker below. Make your own version. Click file, make a copy, save it as yours, and get some data down, man. Like I say, once you've got accurate, honest data staring you in the face, it's so easy, man. Honestly, it's so easy. And again, emphasis on accurate. If you're going out on the weekend and you're ripping the arse out of it, you're not training, you're not sleeping, you can't lie to yourself and be like 8 hours sleep, did a bit of cardio. It's just like, you need that accurate data, man. So, and do 2 weeks of that, and well, beyond that, do 2 weeks to 6 months, and once you'll see, like, you say, all right, weekends I probably rip the arse out of it too much. Yeah, Friday I have too many beers, it affects my sleep, and then you can just tweak things from there. I'm not saying not doing anything or anything like that, but you don't want to be one of these guys who are just like, nothing works for me, fitness doesn't work for me, training doesn't work for me, man. It's this diet don't work, this training program don't work. Look, man, everything works, which is sad to hear, but it does. It's just a case of what's going to work best for you. So if you track stuff, this is meant to be about like hybrid training, but again, I've gone off track here, but like I say, that's how I set mine up. But I just want everybody, and that's what I mean, man. Hybrid training, hybrid athlete, everybody's hybrid training, man. We all just want to look, feel, perform our best. So for me, sprinkling in a bit of planned CV is going to deliver that for you, rather than walking around trying to hit 15,000 steps when, like I say, you've got stuff to do, man. So anyway, hopefully that helps. Let me know any questions. I'll leave the link for the tracker below, and yeah, man, let me know if there's any questions. If anyone's got any questions, I'll cover that on the next video. Like I say, any questions, drop them below. If not, I'll just keep chipping away at my like average list of topics to tick off. But anyway, guys, appreciate it. I hope you're well. I'm going to switch back to this camera. Bless you. And yeah, man, hopefully that helped. I did sidetrack myself there with just like general help, but as you see, it's nice and simple. It's nice and simple like everything else. Not easy, but simple. Just needs to be implemented over weeks and months. If you need help, man, if you want to, like I say, if you want someone to take control of this for you, again, that's all it is. Just me. I take control of it, keep you accountable, provide you a bit of objectivity, and get you in the team with everybody else who's on the same mission. Happy days. But again, up to you, man. Do it. Don't overcomplicate. Just that's all I'm asking. Do not overcomplicate this, and create something that's, again, not working for you. What? Do you know what I mean? Just be honest with yourself. It'll be staring you in the face. Sometimes we are just pieces of shit, and we don't do what we think we're doing, or we say we're gonna do. It happens, man. But you keep moving forward, tweaking things, changing things, and you'll get to where you want to be. The only time you're not going to get to where you want to be is when you sack it off. So just keep chipping away, man. Promise me that at least. But anyway, I don't know if this title's matched the video, what I was going to say, but hopefully you've got some idea of what you're going to do going forward. Bless you. I'll see you Friday for the vlog. Bless you. Hopefully that was... I got a bit revved up again, didn't I? Sorry, man. I got revved up, yeah. A bit revved up. But this stuff revs me up, man, so bless you.